Hello friends, now I'm going to explain and teach you about Down syndrome. Down syndrome is also known as trisomy 21 syndrome or Mongolism or trisomy G. It is associated with an extra chromosome of 21. It was named after a physician named John Langdon in the 18th century. In 1959, a French doctor named Jerome, he discovered that it was caused by an extra chromosome 21. Therefore, it is known as trisomy. Tri is 3, so it's called trisomy 21. Coming on to the risk factors, what is the main risk factor in these children? It could be because of if the mother's age is more than 35 years, mostly it is an autosomal disorder and it can occur in boys as well as in girls. Coming on to the manifestations seen in children, usually we find hypotonia in children. Hypotonia is decreased tonicity of the muscles. Number 2, the skull would be round, flat, and they can have a small and a flat occiput. The eyes will be slanting upward with a flat nasal bridge. They can have a protruded tongue, like the picture that I will be showing you later. Protruding tongue and a high arched palate. Other manifestations are a short broad neck. The abdomen would be protruding with a lax and flabby muscles. Hands and feet look broad and short with a single, if you look at the hand over the palm, you will find a single transverse palmar crease called a simian crease. Because it is derived from monkeys where you find just a single line over the palm, it is called a simian crease. And you will find over the feet a wide space between the big toe and the second toe. Mostly 20 to 50% of these children can have a congenital heart disease or GI congenital gastrointestinal abnormalities. They can also present at a later age with mental retardation. Down syndrome management is any child who comes or presents with these symptoms. We need to assess for specific features in these children, support and explain the parents. You can ask for any family history on any other children, collect history on any consanguinity of marriage because that is a relevant history. And we need to ask about the age of the mother, whether the mother had any illness during pregnancy such as gestational diabetes mellitus, or during pregnancy whether she had any diabetes, because that also could be associated with this problem. And next we need to support and explain the parents about the degree of retardation. We need to do the developmental assessment to assess for the degree of retardation. We need to assess their abilities of how much they can do their activities of daily living. And we need to give early infant stimulation programs because they can have delayed developmental milestones, and discuss the problem of the child to the parents. They need really a lot of support, emotional and psychological support. Is antenatal mothers who are more than 35 are at high risk. Therefore, those mothers have to be screened for Down syndrome. Therefore, when they are 3 months pregnant, we usually do a blood test to rule and screen out for Down syndrome. We can also counsel parents for elective abortion if you find any obvious changes or like any defects in the child. Genetic counseling is another important thing that you can help and give the mother. This is a picture of a child with Down syndrome where you can see all the features, like you can see the eyes, the head which is small, round, and you find a flat occiput. You can see the eyes which is up slanting. You can see a flat nasal bridge. If you come down, you can see a short neck that you can see. These children will be usually hypotonic. They will have a large tongue, therefore mostly their mouth will be kept open and a protruding tongue. These children can have learning difficulties and mental retardation. Therefore, they need to be given, they can be kept put in a vocational school and supported with learning. Hope you understood this. Down syndrome is not, in conclusion, Down syndrome is not a limitation for children. We can encourage the parents. They still can have opportunities to come up in life. Thank you.